Hey, hey, hey. It's a great day today because we're going to be talking about goal setting. Oh my gosh, this is one of my absolute favorite topics. I absolutely love sharing information on how to set goals and how to set big goals because that's what we want to do in this lifetime, right? We want to achieve really big goals. So, first and foremost, we have to look at a vision of what we're going to be creating in order to create these specific goals on a daily basis. I get really, really excited about goal setting because this is where the nitty gritty stuff comes in that's really going to help you achieve your biggest dreams. I talk a lot about goal setting in my newest book, which is Unleash Your Potential. This is something that I highly recommend getting. It's on Amazon, and it talks about running the race of your life through success strategies and action planning. And so much of that is based on, first and foremost, starting with goals. And I want you to think about goals in a way that they are attainable, they are achievable, they are something that are within your reach. We can set really, really big goals, and then we can set little goals in the forefront in order to achieve those big goals. So, my husband and I were talking the other day, and we were really looking at what we wanted our life to look like. We want and desire bigger things than what we have right now. We have a lot of things that we want to put into place in terms of people that we want to help, in terms of opportunities that we want to seize, businesses that we want to build, be the best parents that we possibly can. And the best way to do that is to have a concrete plan of action that's going to help you take a step-by-step basis and help you to get to that point that you're trying to go. So it's really, really necessary. It's really, really important to have a plan of action in place. So I want to encourage you to start today, to start thinking about what it is that you want to achieve, because sometimes we think to ourselves, it's impossible to be able to attain that, to get that house, to buy that car, to have a clean house throughout the entire week, to build a business from the ground up. You know, these goals can seem incredibly overwhelming and impossible. You think to yourself, how can I possibly achieve this? Well, it all starts with a plan. And that is what I highlight in my book, Unleash Your Potential. And I really focus a lot on helping you to get clarity to understand exactly what it is that you want. Now, if you don't have the clarity to understand what you want, it's not going to be possible for you to achieve that. So a lot of the time when I'm working with my clients, they start off saying, well, I want to do something big, but I just don't know exactly what it is. I want to start somewhere. I need a starting point, but I don't know exactly. I want to help everybody, basically. I want to help the world. But the reality of it is that you have to niche yourself down to a point that it's going to make sense to the people that you want to help, right? Because if you're going to set yourself up to help everyone, you ultimately aren't going to be helping anyone, because you're spreading yourself so thin, and the message that you're going to be sharing is unclear because you're talking to so many different types of people. So that is very important to make sure that you have identified the type of people that you want to be working with, and then therefore you can set the goals that you want to achieve. So there's a wide variety of different types of people that we can choose. We can work with women entrepreneurs, we can work with the youth, we can work with men and women, but specifically focusing on a certain type of business. Whatever it is, we just have to have that clarity on who exactly we're going to be serving in order to create the most productive and efficient goals. And goal setting is nothing other than taking a pen and putting it to a piece of paper and writing it down what you want to achieve. So I like to look at my goals in terms of daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, and yearly goals. It's important to have some type of action plan in place so that you know where you're going with your mindset and with your life. And I gotta tell you that there have been a number of times in my life where I get to a point and I feel stuck. And I'm like, okay, so where do I go from here? I am in this situation right now, but I don't know exactly what to do. So the key is to put into place goals which will get you out of that situation, right? So it's important to have a visual of where you are going from there. Whether you are in a pit of just negativity, you're in a bad situation, you are dealing with, a problem at work, and you're not sure exactly how to take the next step forward. It's important to understand what it is that you want and to declare it upon yourself, because when you declare something, it sets the tone for having a completely different mindset. When I wake up in the morning, I have a series of I am statements. I am a child of God. I am a woman entrepreneur. I am an amazing mother. I am a wife that loves her husband. So all of those things are declarations about yourself. When you are in a tricky situation, it's important to remember who you are in that and know that regardless of the situation that you're in, that those declarations are not going to change, because that is who you are and that is truth. I think that it's definitely necessary to be consistently looking at those I am statements to remind yourself to keep moving forward. And progress can take time. Progress is something that goes over the course of a lifetime. So, when you think that you're stuck and you're not able to get out of a situation that you're in, or you're not sure how to move forward, you can see that you are in fact making progress because you're taking action every single day, but you just might not necessarily see that action that's being put into place. So moving forward, I want you to take a good look at your life right now. Visually see what is around you. What does your environment look like? Who are you associated with? What is it that you are currently working towards? All of these are really important questions to ask and assessments to make, because they're going to make a huge difference for you achieving your goals. I'm sure you've heard it before that the influences around you make a significant impact for what you're going to be doing and what you're going to be achieving. Those influencers can distract you from becoming your best self if you're not associated with the right people. So I always consciously think about, when I spend time with people, is this going to help me? Is this going to contribute to my well-being? Is this going to, make an impact for what I'm trying to achieve in my life? And I'm not saying this is all about myself, because it's certainly not, but if they are individuals that are going to be bringing me down and they're negative and they don't have any kind of willingness to support me in my endeavors and the big goals that I have for my life, then I don't want them to influence me in a negative way. So I'm going to minimize the amount of time that I'm going to be spending with them. So when we go about our day, it's just important to be consciously aware of those around us that are influencing us, whether good or bad. So going back to creating goals, it is important to have consistency with those goals and to make them very specific. And as I always share with my clients, it's very important for me personally to have visuals. I have to have something at the forefront that's going to allow me to have that in my vision every single day such as a vision board, that I can see this is what I'm working towards. And I want a tangible thing that I can see it's showing me that I am in fact making progress and I am getting results out of what I'm doing. So that's why I have a planner. That's why I have a calendar. That's why I have a vision board. All of this stuff goes hand in hand with each other and helps me to see that all of these efforts that I'm putting into place are not just going to the wayside. They are, in fact, helping me to continue on my journey, to help me to get closer and closer to those big dreams. So if you are a visual person, which I think a lot of us are, it's important to have those things around you consistently to see, okay, these are the things that I'm setting out to do, and I'm writing down the goals that I'm working towards on achieving each of these big dreams. So when you have specific goals, it's important to have also a timeline in place that shows you when you want to achieve these goals by. And by the way, if you're hearing some little grunting sounds or these sounds coming from a little person, my baby girl's here with me today. She's just kind of chilling. She's becoming more and more a part of my daily endeavors, whether that be an interview or a training or my podcast, all of that good stuff. She's right here just listening and hanging out. And I think she's kind of half asleep, half awake at the moment, and just really enjoying listening to her mommy's voice. I've been told in a number of other interviews that I've done where I'm actually holding her that she just falls asleep to my voice. So that's encouraging, right? So I love having her around. And one of my dreams also is to have her share a stage with me and to be able to do some of this really fun stuff, the podcasting, the interviews, the teachings. And if that is her dream as well, how fun would that be to have a mother-daughter team working together to change lives? I just think that would be so awesome. So anyway, back to the goal setting. I'm really excited for you because I feel if you are willing to put some of these strategies into place, your life is going to change immensely. And this is something that I'm really super passionate about, is just helping people to achieve those great dreams by putting specific strategies into place that are really going to work. You know, if you're putting strategies into place that don't work, it doesn't matter. It doesn't make any difference, right? But I have proven success strategies that work in my life and have been proven to work over the course of a period of time. And so I can share them with you. I feel happy to share them because it's made such a big difference for me. And my goal is to continue to put this content, this information out there so the individuals listening can take advantage of it and just really apply it to their daily lives and get the most out of it. And you know, there's so much to learn. I get really excited when I see a new book on the internet or when an author comes out with something such as a topic that I'm really, really interested in, and I buy it and I look at it and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to ingest all of this information and just let it digest, you know, just allow it to completely penetrate my mind so that I can continue growing as an individual. And, you know, I don't think that we are ever too educated or knowledgeable to learn more. I think that we can always learn more and attain more material. And some of the big wigs, some of the most influential people said that in their last days, they were reading a book by somebody else, continuing to learn about how to be better. And that's going to be me. I'm going to be one of those people. It's going to be, you know, close to the end of my life, and I'm going to be reading a self-help book on how to continue to help others and grow and set goals and all that good stuff, because I think that just allows you to help others continuously and bring new perspective into your mind. And how cool is that to always be growing? You know, if you never reach out to try something different, if you never take any risks, if you never put yourself out there in a way where you can potentially, grow a little bit, you're doing yourself an injustice because you're not allowing yourself to unleash your full potential. And that's what it's all about. And God gave us so many amazing gifts. God gave us a place. He gave us a purpose and a job to be able to do something to change lives. And I want to ask you today, what is that for you? What is that purpose that you have? What is your personal why? How are you contributing to the world? What is your great calling? Because we all have one, and some of us haven't found that yet. And the way that you can find it, aside from praying and asking God to reveal it to you, is to write down what you absolutely love. Write down those interests, write down those hobbies, and think about how you can make a difference in the lives of those that you wish to work with. And creating that visual and having that vision and that consistency of writing it down and visualizing how exactly you want it to play out is going to significantly impact you. And your subconscious is just going to begin to think, this is really happening. This is really my life right now. This is who I am. And the more you do that, the more it becomes you, becomes a part of you in everything that you're doing. So in essence, you just become that. So how exciting is that? That your vision of what you see your life to be from where you're at to that point is actually who you're becoming, little by little, step by step. So think about that today and what it is that you really want. And it's not out of reach. I'm telling you right now, if you can make a shift in your mind and talk to yourself and declare it out to the universe and pray it to God, declare that He can make the impossible possible, and your life will create a major shift. You will be in a completely different place in a year from now. I guarantee it, if you start implementing these new strategies. So I am super excited for myself and for my husband and for my children, because we are putting together a really cool vision board. It's in the works, and we're declaring it upon our life, all of the places that we want to visit, to travel to. We want to write a book together. We want to potentially move somewhere. We want a beautiful house. So there's a lot of things that are in the works that we have a dream for. And ultimately, we're doing this for the greater good of the world. And so it's really cool just knowing that all of those things are in fact possible. So I want to leave you with that today. All of those things that you think about and you dream about are in fact possible if you're just willing to take the action to do it. And I hope you all have a great day. Enjoy the abundance, and I will look forward to you coming next week. Bye-bye.